Here at Electrek, we cover a wide range of e-bikes. We've ridden $10,000 Tesla of e-bikes, we've ridden e-bikes with fancy built-in cameras and with GPS and with other doohickeys, and that's great if you've got a fat wallet, but today I wanted to go in a different direction. This is the Spadger electric folding bike. It's 32 pounds or 14 kilos of good old-fashioned cheap e-bike. I bought it for the cool sum of $420 for two reasons and two reasons only. One, it had great reviews. And two, did I mention it cost $420? Shipped? So here we are. Let's see whether a $420 e-bike is worth it, or whether I now own a bicycle-shaped paperweight. First off, let's get some tech specs out of the way. The Spadger is rocking a top speed just shy of 15 miles an hour or 25 kilometers per hour. It's got a teeny-weeny little 144 watt-hour battery, though the range isn't as bad as you might have expected. They claim 10 to 15 miles of range, but you'll likely barely make it to 10 miles or 15 kilometers on a single charge. There's pedal assist and a thumb throttle, though most people will probably use the thumb throttle almost exclusively. Even though there are 3 levels of pedal assist, the single gear ratio and those tiny wheels means you can't really add much effective pedaling past about 8 miles an hour or 13 kilometers per hour. I found that pedaling was really only effective on hill climbs, since the bike slowed down and I could add my own pedaling to help the bike's 250 watt motor struggle its way up the hill. Small hills were sort of manageable, the bike could pretty much handle it on its own, but big hills were tough without adding some of your own pedal support. On flat ground, the motor was totally sufficient though, and it moved my 70 kilos or 150 pounds of mass around just fine. It even accelerates from a stop quicker than I would have expected. Those little 12-inch wheels are quite torquey, unlike larger diameter wheels that take longer to get rolling. A major convenience of a little e-bike like this is just how portable it is, making it easy to stick under your desk at work or carry it in the back of a vehicle.
And the bike folds small enough you can even fit it in the back of your Tesla.
As you can see, it only folds at the handlebars and not in the middle, but it will still fit sideways in the back of most SUVs, or in most car trunks. A little e-bike like this makes a great last-mile addition to a larger vehicle to get around the city.
And the cool thing is it doesn't even cut into the seating capacity. You can still fit 6 people in this car.
But even if you're not going to be using it as an electric dinghy for your car, there's actually a group of people I can see using a bike like this. This bike could actually work for city dwellers that only need to travel a few miles in the city to get to work. At $420, it's about the cost of a month's worth of car payments, gas, and insurance. In some areas, that's probably a month worth of parking right there, and it's certainly cheaper than taking an Uber all the time. And while some people prefer standing scooters as their personal choice of electric mobility, an e-bike like this not only gives you a nice pedal backup if your battery dies, but the seated position feels more stable and safer to many riders. So while I would not call this a great bike, I'd call it a pretty good e-bike for the price. Now the parts are cheap, there's only a single disc brake, and that headlight is not going to light up your path very well, but it is a fully functional e-bike for those on a tight budget. And I can see this kind of e-bike getting people to finally take the dive into the world of personal EVs. It's a cheap, low-cost way to test the waters for minimal risk. I can see a lot of people getting started on something cheap like this, and then upgrading to a juiced bike or a rad power bike or something else that's a couple of steps up the ladder once they discover how much fun e-bikes are. So while the use case is limited, I can actually see the value in something cheap like this. Just don't expect it to last for very many years. You know going into something like this that the parts are not of that caliber. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can check out more of our electric vehicle reviews and videos. Stay safe out there, everyone.
And the bike is small enough you can even fit it in the...